for we do not think that we know a thing until we are acquainted with its primary conditions, or first principles. Aristotle, Metaphysics. In every science, the path to true understanding begins with the search for first principles, those unchanging, foundational characteristics of primordial particles without which nothing can be explained. Whether in geometry, biology, or physics, first principles form the ground beneath all knowledge. Without them, our explanations are shallow. With them, every phenomenon finds its root. First principles are not assumptions. They are not theories, models, or approximations. They are the universal and eternal properties that belong to the most basic constituents of nature, the primordial particles' characteristics, and their products. Such properties are unchangeable, inherent to the primordial particles, and independent of external conditions. The manuscript illustrates the idea with properties, such as the fixed geometry of a triangle, and the negative charge of an electron. These consistent characteristics create consistent phenomena. They are discovered by reason, confirmed by consistent observation and experiments, and remain true across all space and time. In the material universe, all observable phenomena arise from the behavior of matter, but matter itself is made of more fundamental particles, which we may call primordial particles. The manuscript describes them as not divisible further into meaningful components, not created by current physical processes, and as bearers of universal characteristics, such as mass, structure, polarity, or other properties yet to be fully understood. These primordial particles are presented as the alphabet of nature. From their characteristics, all visible matter, motion, interaction, and structure emerge. The central question is therefore not only what patterns we observe, but what causes the behavior we see in the first place. The universe is not a collection of random events. It is structured. And structure implies order. Order implies rules. And rules must arise from things that do not change, from first principles. These invariable characteristics of primordial particles are therefore presented as the immutable foundations of matter itself. The manuscript proposes that understanding these immutable characteristics can help us understand why particles attract, repel, or bind, how forces arise from mass, structure, or imbalance, how motion is initiated, transferred, or restrained, and how visible forms, from atoms, planets, stars, and galaxies, are formed, shaped, and maintained. We must look deeper than equations and patterns. We must ask, what causes the behavior we see in the first place? The properties discussed here are described as essential characteristics rather than conditional properties, part of what the thing is. If we understand the first principles of matter and motion, the manuscript argues, we can understand natural phenomena from a falling apple to a spinning galaxy, from a ripple in a pond to the birth of a solar system, through the interplay of unchanging characteristics acting under knowable conditions. If we start our understanding of the universe from appearances, we risk getting lost in surface patterns. But if we start from first principles, we have the map to understand all forms, forces, and motion. The next section will explore how these first principles express themselves in the universals and particulars of nature, a view deeply shaped by the philosophies of Plato and Aristotle. Every phenomenon we see is a consequence of principles we do not see, but can know.